But we gotta talk about some current events, bro. You here in LA.
Yeah, man.
It's been a lot going on, bro. It's been a lot going on in LA in particular. Like
a lot.
People, they coming into town, rest in peace, PNB Rocks, Pop Smoke. I mean, if you just think about it, you go down the list, Quando, Rondo just got popped at. Yo, what is your take, man, for people, artists? Because this artists now scared to come to LA. Like, what I'm saying? Do you check in? Who do you check in with? What's your vibe, man? What do you think?
Honestly, like, I'm a firm believer in just wherever you travel to, whether it's LA or anywhere else, it's never the best idea to go to places that you're unfamiliar with. You know what I mean? Especially if you're not being taken there by somebody who is familiar with those areas. So I mean, it's always a good idea to tread lightly in environments that you don't know. But talking specifically on LA, I feel like no shade or shame to anybody who doesn't end up moving in the way that they would have liked to move while they're out here. But I feel like there's been enough information being fed to people outside of LA about the kind of environments that exist in LA. It's not the whole entire county of LA that's hot like that, but I think people know at this point that there's certain places that aren't necessarily for everybody. So I don't think it's necessary to like really check in with certain people, but just know, like I said, like when you travel anywhere, like just only go to places that you're familiar with or comfortable with, that you've been to before, or if if you've never been before, like make sure you do have somebody who can at least tell you what's what. You don't have to like do the extras and get permission and all that kind of stuff. It's more so just know who you're rocking with out here, and hopefully you got trust in them to put you in the right positions.
I saw a tweet the other day from Ice-T, and he was just saying how LA artists, if you look at all of the LA artists, they don't wear a lot of drip. You know what I'm saying? They're not really, flossy like that. And, it can be easily deceived where you just see the palm trees and you see everything you think it's kind of sweet, but, cats is hungry. I know in particular with PNB Rocks, he was in an area that, is known for being, gritty, what I'm saying? Straight up. But even in the case of, Quando Rondo, he was by the Beverly Center, what I mean? So, and rest in peace, the Dollar who got killed at the Beverly Center. So, it's a lot going on all the way around. People are hungry these days. If you got the iced out everything, and people know that that's a meal ticket around your neck, they coming for it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, bro, it's crazy.
A lot of people too, navigate? Like a lot of people were, they kind of got fooled by like what they were able to do during the pandemic. A lot of people ran some plays during the pandemic, and when that money ran out, I think that's when a lot of people got real thirsty out here, because a lot of people wasn't really moving right with the money they was getting from certain plays that they was running during the pandemic. Right. So, I think it kind of turned, when it got dry real quick for people, you know what I mean? So that's why I think that's part of the reason why you see a lot of, people with the extras, because they had some, and now it's like, damn, I didn't move with it right. I got to get it back somehow,
And how do you move? You know what I'm saying? Moving around through LA, man. Like what's your how do you navigate, bro?
I'm from Inglewood. I still tap in because I got family out there for sure. My grandmother out there, so I go. I'm over there, but I'm also out the way. You know what I mean? I got a 6-year-old daughter. You know what I mean? I'm focused on staying alive for my family. You know what I mean? And not just for the music. You know what I mean? I want to be able to watch my daughter grow up and have be able to have memories that last for the rest of my life. God willing. So it's like, I care about things in terms of being able to provide and protect my family. Right. And so it's not necessary for me to be in certain areas all the time. I don't mind, it's like I said, Inglewood is home. Leimert is home. Crenshaw District is home, So it's like, I'm still, all my people still over there. So I'm still over there too. But I just, I deal with people who are, that I love and I trust and I care, and people I've known my whole entire life. So but aside from that, I'm out the way, man. I'm cool. I'm just making my music, taking care of my kid, Yep,
that's what it is, man. That's what it is. Another thing that's been brewing is just, I don't know if you saw DJ Akademiks the other day. He made a comment, just about, and I just want to get your take, man. He said that, a lot of these old rappers, these pioneers, they dusty, that they don't got the money to really show for, for what it is that they claim that they've done in the foundation of hip hop, man. What's your take on that, K?
Man, I didn't hear the whole statement.
Okay.
I heard bits and pieces from other people, but I mean, just that take, in my opinion, one, it's unnecessary, but two, it's like how is he tapped in enough to really know these people really? I think people have this facade built up that like if you're not like flaunting money or like showing off with what it is that you got, that you ain't got it. It's like, but there's a lot of people living very humbly and peacefully, especially when you get to those kind of ages, because different things matter to you. Like it's not the same desires that you had when you were 20, 30 years old. Like now, like I say, you get to a point where it's I'm trying to just be with my family, provide and protect my family. And so I think a lot of these people just have false and create false narratives around what it looks like to be able to do those kind of things when you're older. Because like, who cares if when you get to your 50s if you're a top rapper or not? Like like Jay-Z is blessed to be in that position because he worked to be in that position, but he doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to drop another album if he doesn't want to at all. So, but would that make him like any less of the man that he is or what he's accomplished? Like that isn't, to me, the two don't correlate. But a lot of people got some hot takes out here, so I let them think whatever they want to, man.
Yeah, man. That seems to be the wave right now. It's like, everybody got sound bites that's going viral or say things for shock value.
Sure,
I guess the
sure.
one thing that I caught the other day was LL came out and he was pretty eloquent. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know L's been successful in film and TV and
Sure.
doing his thing. So he's not one of those rappers that would be quote unquote, considered looking dusty or whatever. But he
Right.
just represented and said that, don't ever take away the contribution that some of those people made early
100%.
on, even though they didn't blow up. They paved the way for people to get these big contracts now, or to
100%.
get, what Ak is doing now, even have that platform to talk about hip hop. That
Right.
came from people putting in that work and laying that
Sure.
foundation. So you definitely can't take away from that. And I thought that was pretty dope
Sure.
that, L came out and said that. He got the Rock the Bell situation now and got the
Okay.
series, radio, and he just did the big show in New York and everything like that. So he could
Right.
speak to it, but he kind of came out and said what I thought was pretty dope. And he didn't attack
Sure.
Akademiks, man. I hope that maybe they could get together and be on the show and kind of talk about it. But and he loves
That'd
the
be a
new
good
generation.
conversation. That'd be a good
Yeah,
conversation because
yeah.
that's a great point that L makes. Like it's what I mean. Like it's certain things just like I said, they're just insignificant at a certain point. You don't really have to speak on them. So I'm glad he spoke on that point because personally, Akademiks needs to hear that. In my opinion, he needs to
Dope,
hear that.
man.
Yeah.
Last thing, man, on the R&B tip, man, who are some people that that you banging in your whip that you admire, like you think that they doing their thing right now in the R&B world?
I mean, I've always loved and been a fan and a friend of Sir. Sir, that's my guy.
Yes,
To
sir.
me, he's the one. That
Inglewood. Inglewood.
Inglewood, Sir, man. Don't drop the Inglewood off it. But he's somebody that motivates and inspires me every time I listen to his music. I like Brent Fayez a lot. I like the energy he brings to R&B. It's like it's a very unique sound, and his tone to his voice is great. I love it. Um, Honestly, man, like I still listen to old R&B. Like I'm still stuck in awe with a lot of the things I grew up on. The Music Soul Child, the D'Angelo's, the Donnell Jones, Erica, and those people. I'm still replaying that stuff and staying inspired and motivated from that. But
Does that come back in the music, today? Because a lot of people say R&B, say it's not the same no more. Like R&B is really like hip hop now. But when you
yeah,
listen to some of that Donnell and some of that classic Music Soul Child, does that inspire you to bring that back into the music today or what?
yeah, for sure. There's a To me, I don't think we're too far off from what that used to be, but at the same time, music is an ever evolving thing. I don't really look at it as like lesser or more when it comes to what the new generations bring to the table. You know what I mean? So, but I definitely gain a lot of inspiration from older music. Not to say any more than newer music, but there was just a certain element or something in the water in the 90s with neo soul. You know what I mean? It just was a great time for both production and just good vocals and great written songs, conceptually, and even just vocal ability. the marks. And I feel like now you have like people who are really good with a few of those marks. You know what I mean? Like it's good. It's still all around good music, but like you have certain things that stand out more than others with, you know, with certain people. Um, so like I feel like talent is still at an all-time high. We still have a lot of talented people. It's just being utilized differently. You know what I mean? A lot of people are like more vibey music. So sometimes the concept isn't really as in depth as some other things we listen to, just because the vibe is in a certain like they're just providing a certain vibe. But I don't know. I appreciate it all, man. I'm inspired by everything. Everything that I hear is like it gives me some type of idea, or just I'm a fan of music still. So like I just love to hear what other people bring to the table. You know, like I said, no matter what genre, like I get inspired to write R&B songs off of genres that have nothing to do with R&B. You know.
No doubt, man. Look, I'm impressed, man. K, you know what I'm saying? I'm rocking with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna support what you do. Shout out, you know, all your social media so people can follow you and make sure that, you know, they're staying and tapped in with what you got going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's I am K Franklin on everything. IAMKAY. Last name Franklin. That's Instagram, it's TikTok, that's Twitter. You know. But yeah, it's the same handle for it all. I'm pretty consistent with my posts, so you know, definitely tap in. You'll see, man, this whole story, man. I know it was funny for people to see, because you know, 1 minute on my story, I'm having the time of my life on the ATVs, and then an hour later, you see me in the hospital. All so it's always eventful, always eventful.
Living the life, bro, man. Much success to you, bro. We're gonna continue to keep rocking with you,
Thank
man.
you.
Do me a favor, give us a little shout out, man. Rap Sheet Hollywood, and take us out of here, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me, man. I look forward to talking to you more in the future. I know we're gonna have some more stuff to talk about in some other interviews.
For sure, man. So just give me a drop real quick, man. Your boy K Franklin, Rap Sheet Hollywood.
Yes, sir. It's your boy K Franklin on Rap Sheet Hollywood. Shout out to my man Pook. Thank you for having me here, man. Appreciate you.
For sure. That's my brother, man. Hold it down and we out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.